Remember when people used to be able to smoke on planes because they didn't know it was bad for you? That was like the early days of social media. Like, I just had no idea that it was causing lung cancer down the road. The girls who Caroline Calloway will get what I'm about to say, and the girls who don't, Caroline, Calla won't.
Caroline Calloway is not just some random influencer girl.
The most recent thing that I went viral for was being a scammer, like Anna Delvey, Elizabeth Holmes.
I'm handing the phone to someone whose book is 6 years late.
People took pre-orders.
No, Caroline.
People paid for this book in 2020.
She rose to popularity because she wrote long Instagram captions.
How did she go from scoring a $500,000 book deal to being called a one-woman fire festival?
I'm handing the phone to someone who's just like so not self-aware.
Influencer Caroline Calloway isn't a scammer, just a self-obsessed mess.
Caroline, what's going on?
This girl named Caroline Calloway.
It's just her being like, I'm crying, but like, I'm still pretty.
Irresponsible. It's just not honestly ridiculous.
Go bully Caroline Calloway on social media. She'll really love it. I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. She might kill herself.
My best friend is this cat. Every morning I say, I missed you while my eyes were closed. And then I say, good morning, best friend. And then I say, another day with Bestie. I started my Instagram when I was 20, and I wiped it clean when I was 29. And now I just live here, and I just read books, and I don't post online, and I just work on my writing. I'm not on my clean girl shit. This is my feral girl shit. I really love this product. This is actually the cum of random Hinge boys. You didn't think that was funny? I thought it'd make you laugh. For a large part of my 20s, I really used the content that I made online to help me process my emotions, my experience with the world. I took down that boundary.
Good?
Yes. Don't I look less shiny?
Definitely.
Can I just explain how I would explain?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Back in 2012, I turned 20. I start my Instagram account. I hire my best friend Natalie to help me write my Instagram captions for an audience of no one. I had 40,000 bots, fake followers, that I purchased. I finally got into Cambridge after being rejected twice. Then I did all the Cambridge balls and saw that aristocratic royal scene. I started getting actual fans. It was great. I got all this amazing press. To this day, just Google Caroline Calloway 2015, Caroline Calloway 2016. It's like this princess fairy tale, best girl ever is living the best life because she's the best. Publishers were going crazy for it. We write the book proposal, we sell it, and that's when I'm like, I tried to be a party girl and write a book. It didn't work. I back out of my book deal, and I am broke as a joke. I owe the publishers $100,000. I need money. New York. I launched these creativity workshops the same weekend that the 2 Fire Festival documentaries dropped.
Caroline sold tickets for $165 a pop, that she didn't actually book any venues to host the workshops.
And the phrase, this influencer is the next Fire Festival scammer, like as a concept, went globally viral. There's all these rumors that went around, like I didn't feed people, or like, You know, I think they have this image of like people in space blankets, like, you know, like huddling in some apartment in Brooklyn. Total fucking scam. I mean, I've steered the boat of my brand through some pretty fucking choppy waters. And that was the moment that my ex-best friend, fucking Natalie, pitched a story to New York Magazine being like, oh, let me tell you about how much of a scammer this girl is.
I Was Caroline Calloway, written by her former friend Natalie Beach.
Beach chose to expose Calloway in a scathing tell-all essay about her one-time business partner.
In addition to calling out Caroline for not writing her own content, Natalie's article also accused her of buying her Instagram followers in order to attract publishers.
She did a really good job taking credit for the brand that I built without her. Everything she wrote about in her cut piece was true. In fact, it's so fascinating because she only lied by omission, which was the same way I once lied to fans and then to publishers. But instead of only writing about the best things about my life, which is what I did, I only wrote about the balls and the gowns and the clinking of champagne flutes. She only wrote about the worst things I ever did as an addict. She says in the Cut article, the last time I saw Caroline, she gave me used Glossier makeup and a check that bounced. What a weird, fucked up thing to do. Totally true. I was just in amphetamine psychosis. I was so ashamed of my dad's mental health struggles, the suicidal depression I inherited from him. And then you won't believe what happened next. 2 days after my ex-best friend tries to take credit for my writing and make me seem like this ditzy influencer, my father's rotting body is found. It's suicide. Within those 48 hours, everyone's tweeting about this. There's news stories. It was the single worst thing that's ever happened to me. The twin disasters of those 1-2 punch. I know they're never going to leave me alone. I know they're never going to leave me alone. Hey Vogue, come on in. You thought you were watching a documentary about cyberbullying. No, this is actually a heist film. I have a Reddit that has the ferocity and activity of something that you would expect from like an A-list star. Like Taylor Swift, her Reddit's posting every day. It should not be that way for me. I am not that level even close, but it is. They know so much about me and their attacks are so personalized. The degree to which these people pick apart my private life, everything from, you know, my father's suicide, how I didn't help him enough, how I was a bad daughter, how I'm gonna end up like him, that I'm a dirty, filthy hoarder like he was. It reminds me I need to take my antidepressants and my anxiety pills. Pill haul. I really want to talk to people who really hate me. We are going to try to meet the Reddit. I'm going to post in the Reddit for the first time ever. Step 1, buy a newspaper. Last copy, Sarasota Herald Tribune. Next step, we need a way for them to contact us. Hello? Hello? Great. Great. Burner phone? Burner phone? Check. Check. Next step, we post this selfie. with the phone number that they can contact. Hey, it's Caroline. I'm saying I never thought I'd be posting on this subreddit, but here I am. I'd really like to talk to you if you'd like to talk to me. Post? It's posted.
You posted it.
No, wait. I'm more scared of the Reddit than angry at them. I don't think they'll ever understand that I'm human, but maybe I can better understand how they are human. That was rough.
Were you reading some of it?
Yeah,
Was it bad?
it's so bad. Hey, Mom.
Hey, darling.
This is my mom. Remember when Dad killed himself? On the Reddit, they were like, he's still alive. And they
And he
said that-
works at Home Depot.
And he works at, oh my God. Another really bad one. As a prank, they convinced me that my college boyfriend, who I dated for 3 years and really loved a lot, that he had terminal leukemia and he was dying. Sorry.
From a mom's point of view, there's the mama bear, I'm going to track down these people and pull out their eyeballs. That
You
thought.
can't say that on the internet. You'll get canceled.
Oops. But that was the thought was I'm going to track them down and
No, you can't say that on the internet. Okay, now let's get into the burner phone messages. I think we should just start calling people. Hello? Hi, this is Caroline Calloway. It's Caroline Calloway. Caroline Calloway from the internet.
Hi, give me 1 second. But I literally was about to just hop in the shower.
Okay, is it okay if I record this call?
What is the purposes of that?
I'm making a documentary.
No. So, no to the consent on the phone call. That I do have a team of lawyers, so I just want that to be very clear.
For sure. Before I say goodbye, Matisse just came up and started purring. Bye.
Hello?
May I record this phone call?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alex?
This is Alex. Who's calling?
Caroline Calloway.
Hey, what's going on? I like to keep track of a lot of like little internet subcultures, and yeah, the Caroline Calloway subculture is one of them. You're a scammer for one, and like you've stolen money from people. I have no idea if that's true or not. I'm just telling you the perception. They're like, she has stolen money and not delivered X, Y, and Z products for one.
I mean, it is fair that the book is very late. That is totally valid.
There's a lot of people that are quite obsessed with you online.
You started by like targeted ads, targeting like fandoms and readers.
Exactly, yes.
And fandoms are excessive as fuck. And if Harry Potter was real, his fans would go fucking nuts and like scrutinize every little thing. And so maybe the audience that you curated is just prone to this level of obsessiveness.
This pigeon person. They've made over 200,000 posts about me. The most extensive, like a dossier on me, like everything from like every address I've ever lived, every screenshot I've ever posted.
Pigeon probably has like the most encyclopedic knowledge of you out of anyone ever. I would be incredibly flattered if somebody spent that much energy
getting to know me.
Yeah, you say that, but then someone makes a floor plan of your apartment and you feel like you're gonna throw up. Also, that's not where my bathtub was.
When you sort of make a bargain to get people's attention, there's a trade there that comes at a price.
I was giving my consent to have my life judged. What a day. Chapter 1, I was suffocated by the perfect image I had written myself into and then was forced to maintain. This is actually chapter 2 of my life online. A lot of people found out about me through scamming stuff.
She's not a scammer, I promise.
Except that I am. In long-term brand strategy, that was really good realignment for me. Buy my book. It's gonna be called Scammer.
So what's the status of the book now?
You know, I actually genuinely think it will take me like 3 to 6 years to make. Like,
what do you mean? People took pre-orders.
No, Caroline, 3 to 6 months, honey.
3 to 6 months, please. No, Caroline, you can't do that.
God.
People paid for this book in 2020.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. If you want to be a memoirist, you have to have experiences to write about. And you can never, while you're having that experience, you can never also be writing. That's just an impossibility. It's the end of your 20s, a time when you party, when you have fun, you know. I'm hitting the phone to someone who's so messy that instead of cleaning up her act, she just made messy her brand. I'm recording a TikTok! Once I moved to New York, I just fucking got everything I needed out of that. You create content for free, and then in return, you sort of sell things that you make yourself. Topless nudes at one point to pay back the publishers. Are you ready for what I'd call my own face oil? Snake oil. My friends were like, oh my God, you should sell this. And I was like, oh my God, I love money. What a great idea. I wasn't even paying rent. I was just partying.
Please help the video find the people who are angry. I want to go viral, and I hear hate comments are good for that.
No one's gonna be mad at me. They're just not gonna give me my security deposit back. And they were not gonna give me that back anyways.
I literally could not afford emotionally, professionally, financially to be in New York.
To feel this sad. If anyone else is in this position or goes through these cycles with their mind, they can relate to this.
Like, this is not working, and I need to try something new. It's the end of an era. I'm leaving the internet / moving to TikTok. Say goodbye. Thank you for being part of this with me. I was 20 when I moved in here. I'm 30 now. I wasn't a person when I moved in here, but I'm a person now. I thought I wanted to go to cool parties and be cool, and it turns out I didn't like that at all. So I'm here. Nothing new ever happens to me here. It's the same weather every day. There are no seasons. It's just white, white, white sunlight, bleached bone, driftwood, clean air, same every day. Reading books, writing, keeping my mental health in check. Wait, I've been contacted by the president of the subreddit. What should I call you?
Jackie. Jackie's okay.
Okay, Jackie.
It's really fucking embarrassing.
to tell someone that I mod like a toxic ass like hellhole of a sub.
Like, I don't think privacy should be a yes or no questionnaire you answer once in your 20s for the rest of your life. Like, I can't live like this.
I have said some not nice things in the past, and which I really regret. This shit's fucked up. I would let that sub die. You don't owe anyone, including me, on that sub anything. Nothing.
Well, fuck. I'm gonna take your advice.
I don't want your mental health to be suffering this much. Pigeon will find a new obsession. Girl, please, just like, let it die.
I'm like, bro, what a perfect meet cute. Like, maybe you and I become best friends. No, I'm joking. Like, I'm shocked by how much I really liked every single thing you said. Matisse just fell off the table. He is not the brightest button on the cardigan.
Just hang in there.
Thanks, Jackie.
Bye.
Bye, Jackie. What if we get married? The last thing I did before I quit OnlyFans was buy these books. This is what really inspired me to get writing again. These are almost all of the influencer books ever written. Here we have what I call my creative writing workshop books. And this is my Hemingway Fitzgerald pile. Art history books, I won't be able to touch these for years. Celebrity memoir, rich person handbooks, mythology section, poetry plays, magical realism pile, Cambridge and Oxford memoirs, women who have won the Nobel Prize. This is suicide and addiction and party girls. Like, I'm too pretty and too much of a party girl to be smart, even though I'm literally the one who's at fucking Cambridge. Like, I could have never written those captions by myself. I'm just a silly, frivolous influencer who's Insta famous with nothing in my head. I had spent my whole 20s online. I really wanted fame. I wanted everyone to think I was perfect, and they did. But being famous didn't make me anywhere near as happy as I thought it would. I love you, Kat. This is so weird.